Hello everybody, and welcome back to more Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Alright, we're about to enter Ultimisia's castle. Get ready, because, well, this place is a gauntlet, sort of. You have, how many boss battles? I think 8 boss battles, plus the final boss and a super boss, so get ready for that. Good, we all made it. Whoa, so this is her castle? Finally! I've never seen anything so creepy. You think What's-Her-Face really lives here? We've come this far. She's gotta be here. So this is the future. This is where Ultimisia reigns. I don't know what's going on, but since we're still here, I think we have some time to finish our job. What are we going to do, Squall? We'll divide into 2 parties. Yeah, we'll dive into 2 parties. Damn it, what the hell? Damn it, English, you're failing me. No, it's not the English that's failing you. It's you that's failing you. Shut up past me. Wait, I'm not past you. I'm current you. But I'm your split personality. Okay, things just got weird really fast. When have they never been weird? Good point. Anyways, Ultimisia's castle theme is actually probably one of the best themes in the entire game. I really love this theme. Does it work for this place? Yeah, it's very creepy and menacing for what this place is. The party's powers have been sealed by Ultimisia's servants. The phone, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, we've lost all of our abilities, but we can still junction magic. It's really null and void for the most part, except for certain bosses. But for the most part, you're pretty much safe. Anyways, we have to defeat bosses in order to get our abilities back in Ultimisia's castle. Now, the one thing about it is we don't have the ability to use items, magic, any of our abilities, GFs, draw. We can't save inside the castle. We basically can't use limit breakers. It's like we are crippled severely. But I mean, it's not that bad if you know what stuff you want to use when and what bosses you should have abilities for. For example, this boss. This is a special boss because basically you can kill it just by punching it to death. But much like most bosses in this game, one thing to note about this is when you're versing this boss, you don't have to worry about so much doing anything or getting items off of it, but other bosses you do. If you missed any GFs being drawn from bosses in this game, or you inadvertently killed a GF by accident, I don't know how, honestly, you can actually draw from bosses here, just to give you that heads up. So if you guys are looking for any GFs that you may have missed, these bosses you can draw from, except for this one. This is the only exception. Murder this guy, don't worry about shit. But every other boss in the entire castle, if you miss a GF, has them. So if one of the abilities you want to unlock first, it would be draw. But if you got them all, don't worry about it. Just follow what I'm going to be doing in order to get through this castle. For one, what I'm going to be doing is, the first thing I want to get back is my revival, because, god damn it, I don't want to be killed, but then again, it's pretty much useless at this point until I get items back, but nonetheless, it is always helpful to get this ability back. So the first one is Resurrection. Alright. So, pretty much this castle, I like this dungeon in the game. Compared to previous dungeons in the game that are basically lackluster, this one actually feels more like a Final Fantasy-esque type dungeon. But then again, I kind of feel like we're right in the middle of a Resident Evil Mansion scenario as well. I mean, you got the organs playing in the background. It's a castle, but it seems more or less like a mansion, and it has puzzles that resemble that of Resident Evil. How, you may ask? I I don't fucking know. This is very odd for a final dungeon, but at the same time, I kind of enjoy it. It's very strange. I mean, seriously, it is more like something out of Resident Evil than anything you would see in Final Fantasy. Maybe earlier on in the game, there would be a mansion segment, but this doesn't seem kind of like a final level to go to. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Alright, so, this is our next boss, Triface. Was it Triface? No, Triface is the card I'm trying to get. I can't remember this card. All I know is it starts with a tri and I don't really care. You know why I don't care? This. Okay, one hit. Alright, let's go to the next part. Alright, you're dying. You're dying. I only hit you once. Get back up. Get back up! I only hit you once! No, you will not go out like a bitch. What the fuck? Yeah. This boss goes down in one hit. And by the way, that isn't the first boss that does that. There are gonna be several more that do that in this playthrough. Why does the freaking boss die in one hit? That shouldn't be possible. Seriously, we're at endgame. Bosses should at least have over 20,000 health or more. That thing had less than 6,000 health. I've killed that thing using like a 5,000 hit before. That's the only thing I don't like about Ultimisia's castle is, honestly, it is very, very underwhelming. When I do play another Final Fantasy game, you will see the reason why. Maybe it has to do with the fact that I'm under-leveled as shit, and most of the bosses are under level 2, so I can kick their ass easily. I didn't know why I left the castle. I think I meant to go back inside and switch parties, but I accidentally ran by. But honestly, Now, like I mentioned before, the reason why this castle feels Resident Evil-ish is because there are a lot of puzzles, surprisingly, in this castle. Like I said before, there wasn't too many puzzles in earlier segments of this game, which is one thing that I didn't enjoy about the game, is the fact that while this is a game, I like the junctioning and all that stuff and the boss fights for the most part, it doesn't feel like a Final Fantasy game in the sense where it's lacking the puzzle sense, the difficulty, the special areas, secret dungeons, lots of secrets. This game doesn't feel so much like a Final Fantasy game, mostly because of that. And I felt it could have been improved upon and made better. Sadly, it wasn't. Ugh. I mean, I can't completely complain about this, but that's why we have Final Fantasy IX, and it brought the pattern back, and everybody enjoyed that game to shit. Seriously. Final Fantasy IX has to be my favorite of the Final Fantasy games, and a lot of people are like, what about 7? Ugh. Final Fantasy VII is the equivalent of Ocarina of Time of Final Fantasy. It's the most overhyped game in the series. Ugh. There you go, I said it. Hate me because I said it. Hate me because I enjoy this game when people don't. Hate me because I don't enjoy Final Fantasy XII. Final Fantasy XII turned me off within the first, like, 6 hours of the game. It was very boring to me. Seriously, I don't know why. It appeals to me. Is it the story? The gameplay? I have obsessive compulsive disorder. Maybe it's the draw function. I have no idea. All I know is, even though not a lot of people enjoy this game, I enjoy it. And I think that's the most part that it should be important about playing a video game. If I enjoy it, then who cares? I mean, seriously, if you guys enjoy whatever game you want, that's cool. Now, this is Crystalla. Crystalla was the one rare card that took me forever to get. And one thing about Crystalla is, do not attack Crystalla with anything but GFs. You cannot use magic on this bitch, and you cannot use physical attacks. The reason why is because when you do so, Crystalla likes to counterattack every single time. So, my best suggestion to you is use GFs that have a lot of powerhouse to them. Like, use Doom Train in order to get the Meltdown spell on it, and then murder it. Honestly, it's the best idea you can do. So, just my recommendations for this fight is, if you can, use GFs. They'll do a lot more damage, especially since Crystalla has a very strong physical defense. So it's going to take a while to kill this bastard if you're trying to do physical attack. And like I said before, you're going to have to deal with counterattacks as well. So, for the most part of this fight, I am summoning my GFs. For the most part, Squallon's are the only ones that actually have GF summoning that are pretty fast. It takes Renoa a while to actually summon any GFs. I think she only summons like 2. Now, the problem with Zelly, he only has 4 GFs in his arsenal. Pandemonium is the only one that's actually worthwhile. Don't even try to use Diablo. Diablo, I tried him before and he only did like 900 damage. So, any worthwhile damage would have to come from Pandemonium. Now, like I said before, Doom Train is actually pretty useful to use effects like Meltdown. Meltdown is perfectly fine with Doom Train. And I'm summoning Bahamut. And it should do some pretty good damage considering now that it has no defense. Thank you, Meltdown. Oh god, I'm trying to summon Eden. That's not going to work out so well. Especially considering that this next hit, I think, is the final technique. Now, one thing to note about this boss fight is, try to keep your characters at high enough health at the end of the battle. Sorry, Renoa. The reason why you want to do so is because once you kill Crystalla, it will finish the battle off by casting Ultima on all of the party members. So, just a little heads up about that. Maybe I should have mentioned that before everybody started fighting this guy. Well, then again, who likes playing this game, so I don't know! Ugh. I'll flail my arms in the air. I can see that. And as it dies, it wants to spite us and cast Ultima. Squalls can survive. Zell can survive. Renoa, I'm sorry. She's gonna die. Damn it! Ultima does only like 1,000 damage. Seriously, what happened to the ultimate spell of Final Fantasy? Now it's reduced to nothing more than the scrap. Ew, diamonds. That sounds like the noise of a Chaos Emerald. I don't know why I was reminded of Sonic by that. I don't know. And with that, we've finished off. How many bosses now? 1, 2, 3. 3 bosses. Still got a bunch more. And we're going to be doing that next part. So the next ability I'm releasing is Item. Because we're definitely going to need items to revive people. I like how Renoa's knocked the fuck out and she's still standing up. She's like, nah bro, I can take it. Alright. She's such a trooper, I swear to God. Alright, where the hell is that? I know I got an Omega Elixir. There it is. Alright. Let's head on off. Alright, so next time we're heading into more of Ultimisia's Castle, doing more crazy puzzles and such like that. But that's until next time, people. As always, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Ow. Alright, that's one way to end it. See you later.